So Donald Trump signed an executive order saying that only the Attorney General or himself can interpret the laws. Now, the order goes on to talk about regulatory agencies like the FTC, the SEC, other agencies like that that oversee various parts of United States commerce and just oversight on varying parts of the economy and other things just in general. And basically, he says that they put in overreaching rules and they have no oversight to the president. And basically, he wants all authority over any of it. Now, I think this executive order is going to get overturned in the courts. One, it doesn't go back to any sort of a precedent or anything like he claims. It's just reestablishing a norm. No, it's not. First of all, Donald Trump doesn't care about norms. If he did, he wouldn't do half the things he does. But most of the time, these agencies have been given consideration as far as how to interpret their mission, the laws regarding around what they do when they are making those decisions. However, there was the Chevron case before the United States Supreme Court that also got overturned here last year by the current Supreme Court and said, no, the courts want to weigh in, and the courts are going to be the ones to fill in the gaps when there are gaps as far as the law. Now, I don't know if Donald Trump is trying to make a play for what the court does by saying that they're the only ones who can interpret what the law means, because that's the court's job. It has always been the power of the court to oversee the law and interpret the law. And they have the power of judicial review. Now, judicial review is not in the Constitution specifically. It comes from a case, Marbury v. Madison, where effectively Marbury was suing to be appointed as a judge. He was appointed under Adams, but didn't get the document saying he was a judge. This was how they did it back in the day, and he wanted Madison, the Secretary of State, to provide him with one. And long story short, there was a section of law that applied that would have forced the court to do that, but the court said that law is unconstitutional. That set up the precedent. But the courts have always had interpretative power going back to the foundings of this country. So Donald Trump saying that only Pam Bondi or himself can interpret laws, this is going to get laughed out of court. It is completely ridiculous. But he's trying to weaken these oversight agencies because they hurt his fellow billionaires by putting in and investigating and doing all of these things that lead to fines against people who have money. It's not about the taxpayer. It's about rich people.